What's up, guys? Matt Moda here with oddsjam. In this video, what I'm going to be doing is just giving you a betting preview of the NBA three-point competition. So we have 8 contestants. Obviously, we always have 8 contestants. I'm going to be going through the odds and the matchups and the analysis and all that stuff, just going through the best bets and everything for the three-point contest. Before I get started, as always, would appreciate it if you could like the video, comment if you're tailing, if you're fading, and what you thought of the analysis. And then, of course, if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel as well as I attempt to grow this. And then if you want to find me on the social medias, you can at my Twitter handle you see here, Jedi Modai. And we can get right into it. So here are the 8 contestants for the three-point competition. We have Buddy Heild, Damien Lillard, Jason Tatum, Kevin Huerter, Lauri Markkanen, Tyrese Haliburton, Tyler Hero, and Julius Randle. Couple things to note here. This is ordered in their likelihood of winning the competition according to the odds, depending on where you look. Some books have Heild and Lillard tied. Some books, like Caesars, has Damian Lillard as the favorite. So obviously, depending on where you look, you want to make sure you get the best odds. You can always do that on oddsjam. I personally have up FanDuel, and let me zoom in a little bit here. FanDuel and Caesars, as those are the 2 books that won't limit me when I try to get my bet in for this one. And then the spreadsheet here, real quick, I did incredible analysis, really dug deep and gave the 3-point percentage for all of these players. Now, obviously, this isn't the most important stat in the world, 3-point percentage, but it is something that's interesting to look at. The last thing I'll note is that Julius Randle was a late addition to the All-Star game. It was supposed to be Anthony Simons, but he ended up getting hurt. He is not participating. Right off the bat, we can rule out Julius Randle. I don't understand why they put him in the three-point competition over a ton of other people that are way more deserving than Julius Randle. He doesn't shoot at a ton of volume, especially compared to the rest of these players, and he doesn't shoot at a high percentage either. Like 33.8% is objectively low when it comes to a three-point shooter. Low 30s is not good. So we can rule out Julius Randle right off the bat. Another player that I am out on for this competition is Tyrese Haliburton. He's not a bad shooter. My issue with him is his form, and it can sometimes take him a while to get shots up. He's not a smooth shooter that we're used to seeing in like a Buddy Heild or a Kevin Huerter, who just like in the past, Kyle Korver, people like that just have a smooth, replicatable stroke. That's not Tyrese Haliburton. Jason Tatum is here. He has the second lowest three-point percentage. If we take out Randle, who really shouldn't be included at all, he has the lowest, but he does it on a ton of volume, like over 9 attempts per game, and he's been on fire recently. So the 35.3% three-point percentage doesn't necessarily throw me off when it comes to Jason Tatum. Looking at the odds, of course, so FanDuel has Heild and Lillard tied as the favorite. As you can see here, they're both offered at plus 430 on FanDuel, which is obviously funny because if you look at Caesars, they're both offered for better odds than what Caesars is giving you, Lillard and Heild. But by far, they're the top 2 favorites, followed by Kevin Huerter, who is the 3rd favorite on Caesars, and he's tied with Jason Tatum as for 3rd on FanDuel. So looking at the matchup here, Buddy Heild leads the NBA in three-point attempts, 3-point attempts and 3 points made, I believe. I know for a fact it's 3 points made. So not a surprise here that he is either the favorite or tied with the favorite, depending on where you look. Damian Lillard obviously has had an incredible year as well, and he's been playing a lot better recently, especially if you just highlight the last, since December, he's been on fire. The player that I kind of like as a sleeper is Lauri Markkanen. He has been incredible this year. It's also, he's playing in Utah, which is obviously, or the All-Star game is in Utah, and he plays for Utah. But what I will say is that Lauri Markkanen a home player playing for the team that's hosting the All-Star game, the three-point competition, has never won the three-point competition before. Now, I don't necessarily think that means much, but that is something to note. Buddy Heild won the three-point competition in 2020. He decided not to follow that up the following year because of COVID. He just decided not to attend, but he did win in 2020. And Damian Lillard, this will be his third time participating, but he has never won. He has come in third twice. So if you want to bet on Damian Lillard, we could use the argument as third time's a charm. So what I'm going to be doing is narrowing it down to 3 people that I think are my favorite bets to win. 2 of them as the favorites, 1 of them as a little bit of a sleeper, depending on the odds you look at. And the 3 that I have narrowed it down to, and this is obviously chalk, Buddy Heild, Damian Lillard, and Lauri Markkanen as my 3 favorites to win. I think Lauri is being a little bit slept on. Only 2 7-footers have won before, but Karl Anthony Towns won last year, and then previously Dirk Nowitzki won. Obviously, 2 very, very good shooters. I will say, last year, Karl Anthony Towns was one of the players that I wanted to fade in the three-point competition, so the history of success was not great last year. But I'm very confident that one of the 3 of Buddy Heild, Damian Lillard, and Lauri Markkanen win. When I look at this in a little bit greater detail, I start to lean towards Damian Lillard as my favorite. The reason why is because the three-point competition, it's being played, or the way it's being played is a lot different this year compared to last year. It's not the same three-point competition that you're used to seeing. There are deeper shots that are going to be played as opposed to just going around the world, which is what you're used to. I pulled up just the NBA's analysis of it. The main difference here is there are 2 ball pedestals positioned at the quote-unquote starry range, which is 2 deep shot locations. And I think that obviously favors Damian Lillard a ton, who is notorious for taking shots that are deeper than the usual three-point line. Buddy Heild is good at that as well, so I don't necessarily think that it's too much of an advantage, but I do give that advantage to Damian Lillard. Another reason why is because Buddy Heild, majority of his three-point attempts come on catch and shoot. So it's a little bit different than how this is going to be. It's not going to be a catch and shoot. Obviously, if they're not getting past the ball, they're picking it up and shooting. So players that are able to shoot off of the dribble have a little bit bigger of an advantage on this one, which obviously favors Damian Lillard, who is known for pulling up. So he is my favorite bet to win this, Damian Lillard. I'm going to go ahead and lock him in as my favorite bet. I'm going to put half a unit on this one as Damian Lillard. I do like Markkanen as my favorite sleeper bet as well. So if you ended up tailing Lauri Markkanen, who might win on his home court, I would not hate that at all. But to give my official analysis, my official bet, we are going to go with Damian Lillard. And that's going to be it. So if you're tailing me on this or any of the top 3 of Lillard, Heild, or Markkanen, comment and let me know. Other than that, as I mentioned, please like and subscribe. Hit me up on the social medias, and that's it. So appreciate you guys watching, and have a good one.